You know, when we think about precious metals, we usually think of defense, right? Like a financial shield. But what if one of them was also a sword? Today, we're going to talk about silver. It's gold's more active, more industrious sibling, and we're going to see why it just might be the sword in a modern portfolio.
Okay, let's just get right to the heart of it. Gold, that's your shield. It's the ultimate defense. It pretty much just sits in a vault, solid, dependable, protecting your wealth. But silver, silver has a day job. In fact, it might just be the busiest metal on the planet, because unlike gold, our modern world absolutely cannot function without it.
So to really get a handle on silver's role today, we need to rewind the clock. I mean, why did this metal become so important to society in the first place? Well, it all goes back to its nickname, the people's money.
And this is what's so cool about it. Think about it. A king might use gold to buy an entire kingdom, sure, but for a regular person, you'd use silver to buy dinner, to pay your workers, to get a new horse. It was the currency of everyday life. That's why in a bunch of languages, like French, the word for silver, argent, is also the word for money. It's that fundamental.
All right, now let's fast forward from ancient history to right now, because that same people's money has a secret day job, and it's become the one thing that's totally irreplaceable in fueling our technological future. Okay, this right here is the whole key. Silver has a superpower. It has the highest electrical and thermal conductivity of any element on the entire planet. Not gold, not copper, nothing moves energy as fast or as easily as silver. And that one unique property is the secret to its modern power. And you see this superpower everywhere. Solar panels, they need silver to actually capture the sun's energy. Electric vehicles, oh yeah, they use way more silver than gas cars to run all those complex electronics. And the brains of AI and robotics, you guessed it, they need silver to process information at lightning speed. It really is the magic wire of the 21st century. So here's the catch. All this incredible demand means we're actually consuming silver way faster than we can get it out of the ground. We are literally burning through this precious metal to fuel all our progress, and that's creating a bigger and bigger supply shortage every single year.
Now, this whole supply and demand crunch brings us to a really fascinating tool that people use to measure value. I mean, you'd think with how important it is, silver would be incredibly expensive. But what if I told you a kind of magic scale shows it might just be the bargain of the decade? So, the official name is the gold to silver ratio, but let's just call it the magic scale. It's so simple. It just tells us how many ounces of silver you need to trade for one single ounce of gold. That's it. And this little scale, it has a very, very long history.
Okay, now look at this chart, because this is kind of wild. That first bar shows the historical average. For centuries, it was about 15 to 1. Makes sense, right? There's about 15 times more silver in the Earth's crust than gold. But then, look at today. It takes nearly 90 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. That is a massive distortion from the historical norm. And it suggests one of two things. Either gold is incredibly overvalued, or silver is just dramatically, ridiculously undervalued.
And that extreme imbalance on the scale, that's exactly why some people call silver the high-voltage investment. The whole idea is that when the world really wakes up to this industrial shortage of the magic wire, that scale is going to snap back hard toward its historical average. And when it does, the price could move with some serious speed.
So we've looked at silver's past as money and its future as the engine of our technology. Let's pull it all together now and see how the sword and the shield can work together to create a really balanced financial armory.
All right, so here are the three big things to remember. First, silver has this dual identity. It's both the historical people's money and the essential wire of the future. Second, a serious supply shortage is building up because we're using it for tech faster than we can mine it. And third, that magic scale, the gold to silver ratio, is screaming that it's trading at a massive historical discount to gold.
So, at the end of the day, the big lesson here is really about balance. Gold acts as that shield, giving you stability and protecting your wealth. But silver acts as the sword, offering the potential for some pretty dynamic growth, all driven by its absolutely essential role in the technology of tomorrow.
Which leaves us with one last question for you. Thinking about the next 10 years, if you could only pick one, would you choose the safe, steady shield of gold, or would you go with the sharp and powerful sword of silver? And more importantly, why?